Hello, my name's Steve Jasper, aka the Jet Lag Guy, and welcome to my podcast, Whatever Happened to Baby Jet Lag?
Whatever happened with baby jet lag?
Whatever happened?
We'll find out. And I am the co-host, Arthur Chen, the chatty curator.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Arthur. Welcome to episode 12, everyone.
Yes, it is. And this time we're going to have another book review.
Another book review. This is The Light Doctor by Professor Martin Moore-Ede. I hope that's how you pronounce his name. And his book review is about light, the importance of light, and how our circadian rhythm is affected by light, particularly the adverse effects of blue light at night. You know, he talks about, for example, an increased incidence of breast cancer. In nations with good lighting, strong lighting at night versus dim lighting. And if you think back to our, cavemen days, we'd be out in the sunlight, hunting, gathering, as you do during the daytime. Then the sun would set, and you'd go back to your campsite. You might have a fire burning, but it's going to be very dim. It doesn't have blue light. Campfires typically sort of yellows and reds, and we had good synchronicity between blue light and our circadian rhythm. And we're doing that, first of all, during the daytime we go indoors. And this is one of the things that I talk to business people about. You have to go outside. Go outside in the break. It's the thing that I did when I flew to Paris for International Management Conference. I just said to the organizer, I'll be going outside at every break. And even though it's a bit overcast and rainy, I still went outside. So that's the first thing that we do that messes us up. But the other thing that we do is we have, lighting at night. We have bright lighting. People aren't going to bed till midnight, so we're in the middle of the night.
On their phones at night?
On their phones, on their computers with all that blue light streaming in. Blue light, his point is that blue light at night is hazardous, and we need to stop that.
Is it why that on computers or laptop that they have a night mode that is a little bit of a yellowy reddish?
Yeah,
color?
the night mode turns reddish, and the reason it turns reddish is it's to cut out the blue-green light. So this, the retimer, for example, they're shining blue-green light, and it's daylight, that's fine. That supports wakefulness, which is not what you want at night. And one thing I learned from this book, apart from the alarming statistics around, light at night, is that the circadian clock is in the most primitive creatures. So cyanobacteria, which they cause algal blooms, pretty simple creatures. And the reason that it triggers to blue is in the ocean. That is the wavelength of light that penetrates the most. As you go down in the ocean, you lose red very quickly. You lose orange and yellow shortly afterwards. And at the depth where you're getting the last light, it's a sky blue colour. So I think it was 475 nanometers, which is a cyan kind of colour, and our receptors in our eyes for the circadian rhythm are 479. So we're very close there. That's how close of evolution, but that's why we are attuned particularly to sky blue light, because that's the colour light that penetrates most through water.
So would you say that this book is helping us to understand light and how it interacts with us better?
Absolutely, and we are creatures who are not meant to be. We're not built to be on cell phones and computers all night. We're not built to be flying around the world in hollow metal tubes. So you have to allow for that and make allowances and look after ourselves. So that's really important to have, And then you add something like night shift, and that's a whole new hazard level again. So it's horrifying, but it's wonderful, and it's based in science, just like Lynn Peoples' book is. And he's got references. So this is a professor from Harvard.
Well, just like another book that also have a lot of really good references. Just saying.
But yeah, no, I'm giving this book a 5-star reference, and I'm hoping to interview Professor Moore-Ede in the coming months.
Oh, Professor, if you can hear us, please do.
So we shall.
Well, let's share a quick message about this YouTube channel.
Yeah, so if you're seeing this, it's probably on our YouTube channel. And if it's not, I invite you, look for The Jet Lag Guy YouTube channel. I'll put a link there for you. And it's not just, we have this podcast. This is a big part of the YouTube channel now. It's taking over, but I've got a lot of other short videos as well. So I've kept everything. I don't delete stuff. Even when I get my Olympic predictions wrong, I've kept it there.
Well, I think it's great because you can see the progression of what you've been doing.
Absolutely. So there's a wealth of information. Anything you've ever wanted to know about jet lag but afraid to ask, come to my YouTube channel.
Now, Steve, the last segment that we talked about your YouTube channel, and then because it's part of your entrepreneurial journey, as you have appeared on my podcast, Get Chatting About Your Local Businesses, and as the jet lag guy. Exactly, that's the right way to hold it up. It's like, just make sure that you show the better. Now,
well, they're on both sides. So
exactly.
Do that.
Now, look, in addition to all the merch, all the book, all the research, and everything that you do, what is your journey as an entrepreneur?
Well, a few things. Spend effort on the things that work. And, I've done media blitzes, so there'll be a different focus depending on where we're going. So I've got a product coming out in the next few months, and I'm not able to tell you anything yet because you haven't sealed the deal. This is another product, so I'll hopefully tell you more about that. But there'll be promotional material as soon as that hits the ground. And doing promotional efforts, I think as an entrepreneur, the biggest thing is structuring your week, because all the days can be the same. So I have things like Website Wednesday and Financial Friday. Doing things like I have my YouTube on a Thursday. We do, Tube Thursday, I suppose. And just structuring. I'm a lover of lists. I know how my mind works. If you know your Myers-Briggs, they have the thing called the JP preference, judging versus perceiving, and I'm completely J. So I do color-coded lists, which I have in my cell phone. I have a diary which has color-coded entries and that sort of thing.
Well, one of the things I noticed for knowing you for all this period of time, that is you're really good at managing yourself, and that stems from because you know yourself.
I think so.
Yeah.
And knowing yourself isn't about being a narcissist.
Oh no.
It's not about knowing, for example, how your body clock operates.
Yeah.
I don't schedule anything much before 10 a.m. Because I know I'm not firing on all 8 cylinders. I do things with Americans, like I've got a conference with Americans at 8 a.m. and I think I've got one coming up at 7 a.m. my time. I try to avoid that, but sometimes it happens.
But you know that you're a nightingale.
Yes, I'm not quite the full night owl, but well on the way to there. And if you go to my app, you can do the little MEQ quiz, morning, this evening, this questionnaire, and you can see how much of a morning person it will quantify it for you. So
it's great. Well, right. This episode we cover a lot of things. Let's summarize it.
Let's summarize.
So we started with a book review.
We did. We talked about Professor Martin Moore-Ede's Like Doctor, and I gave him a 5-star recommendation because it's good, well written, great to read. Like, it's an enjoyable read, and it's scientifically based. So I couldn't ask, and I learned things, which as a jet lag researcher, that's exciting.
And also we talked about that this YouTube channel can be a really good library of your information.
So please, come visit the YouTube, play around. You can see the progression of our podcast episodes from episode 1 till now.
And YouTube is part of your entrepreneurial journey?
Well, it's part of my profile.
Yes.
Building, I've got multiple websites, and I have LinkedIn is a major way of reaching clientele. I've got YouTube, and I'm doing a little bit with Blue Sky, but
well, see how we go. See how we go. And just to top it up, you have a website that where people can find you and find everything, of course, on the show notes. What is the website again?
It's www.jetlagguide.com.au.
Amazing. Thank you.